we are seeing a change in situation where you are being challenged both by Reform to the right, you're also being challenged by the Liberal Democrats. You're defending 18 Conservative-controlled councils. There's a real chance that the Lib Dems are going to overtake you and become the second biggest party when it comes to overall control of councils across England. You've been asked about reform a lot, but the Lib Dems are coming for you, aren't they?
Well, this is the same situation we were in about 10 years ago. 2014 local elections, UKIP did very well. You know, we had Lib Dems and Labour. They've always been competitors. This is a very competitive political environment.
Body blow, though, wouldn't it?
But there's no. It's like a sailor complaining about the sea. We're in very choppy waters. It's a difficult time. There's no point in me focusing on what other parties are doing. I have to focus on what I can do with my party. And we are in a process of renewal. We are rebuilding. We've just left government, a historic defeat. You don't just come back from that overnight. The last oppositions were 14 years, 13 years, 18 years. I've been the leader for 6 months. There's a long road ahead. I'm not going to let it be decades. I want to do this in 4 years, but that's a really tough job.
You have said that you would, at a local level, allow your Conservative councillors to do tie-ups with Reform if necessary in terms of councils and running councils. Do you hold that position with the Liberal Democrats as well? So you would accept maybe tie-ups with Liberal Democrats at a local level?
Well, we're already in coalition with Liberal Democrats at some local councils. I think Bromsgrove. In 2017, we went into coalition with Labour in Aberdeenshire. Local council elections are very different from the national Parliament. You don't get to have a rerun just because there's no overall control. And people have to work for what's best in their local communities. And what I've told my councillors is no one should be thinking about coalition because it sounds like stitch-ups. It sounds like people who just want to win for winning's sake. Let's talk about what we're going to do to deliver for the community, show them that we're the best, and then see what happens after.
It does seem a bit confusing to me, though, because on the one hand, you're saying that you would allow local councillors to work with Reform, and then as the leader, you're saying that you would absolutely rule out any sort of deal with Reform at a national level. I just think people might listen to that and think that's not a credible position, that they think that it's a slippery slope. That
well, we were in coalition with Labour.
Do you get what I mean?
We were in coalition with Labour at local level. That didn't mean that we were going to go into coalition with Labour at national level. Everyone knew that that wasn't going to happen. So I think people do understand that there's a difference between national government and local government.
Just to be really clear, you have ruled out any sort of deal with Reform at a national level. Just to be really clear, hypothetically, after a general election, if it meant being able to govern, if the Conservatives and Reform had the most number of seats, you might do it, right?
But Beth, I can't say this any more than I've already said. I've been saying this literally every day for months. I am not going into coalition with Nigel Farage. I don't know how much clearer I can be. Nigel Farage has said that he wants to destroy the Conservative Party. If someone says, I want to destroy you, you don't go around looking for how you deal with them.
So why are Ben Hoochin and Esther McVeigh and Greg Smith, why are they all saying that you should do a deal with them?
Well, just going back to the point I was making, that when you hear people talking about doing a deal here or there, instantly you know that this is not about delivering for the public. This is just about winning. We are not doing this just so we can win and then put our feet up.
You're going to get smashed up in these elections, you know that. It's going to be a really rough ride for you on Friday. What's your message to colleagues? What's your message to them?
So what we want to see on Thursday is as many Conservative councillors winning as possible. That is all I'm talking about at the moment. I know it's going to be challenging, but people will have to live with what is elected after that. And that's something that Conservatives are going to have to think about. How do we make sure that we show that we are the best party on offer? And that's something that all of my colleagues agree with me on.
So what's your message? Hold your nerves? Hold your nerve?
Go out there and fight for every single vote.
And what's your message to people like Robert Jenrick? Put up or shut up? Like, shut up?
Robert Jenrick
agitating?
This is a classic example, Beth, of the kind of thing I'm talking about. Robert Jenrick is a hard-working member of my team. He is talking about getting former Conservative voters back. I agree with him. We have a great team, unlike Nigel Farage, who's lost 20% of his party. We are united and we're fighting for every single vote. Final question. You've said clearly that you won't resign over these results. I think a lot of people, whether they're fed up with the Conservatives or not, would think you've only just been elected, give you
a chance to show what you can do. So when is your judge me moment? Do you see it as the elections next year in 2026? Like, you have to show progress by then?
Beth, all I'm doing right now is making sure that the public understand what the Conservative offer is. We've got a general election in about 4 years' time, and we need to make sure that we are ready then.
You have to show progress by 2026,
that is what Conservative Party
surely.
members. That is what Conservative Party members voted me in for. They put me here because they know I'm not somebody who is blown, one way or another, like our Prime Minister is.
But they also want to see progress.
Yes,
I accept it won't come now, but it needs to come in a year.
Yes, thank you very much, Beth. But what I have said is what I will continue to say. I'm not somebody who's a weather vane. Being leader of the opposition is very difficult. We saw people in Canada who were 20 points ahead who didn't win. I'm making sure that I'm delivering for my party, making sure that people out there know Conservative councils deliver better services for lower taxes, and I will keep doing that.
OK, Kemi Badenoch, thank you so much.
Thank you, Beth.